It's a gorgeous day. We should take the pontoon boat out this afternoon. Get some sun.
A bird feeder still needs fixing.
Okay, well, we can go into town and shop for new bird feeders.
I got what I need.
Maybe not new ones, but...
No, that would be crazy.
Parts.
The new movie, My Dead Friend Zoe, is in theaters this Friday. The story centers on a female veteran who finds herself in a mysterious and complicated relationship with a fellow vet who served alongside her. The film stars Sonequa Martin-Green and Natalie Morales, and they're both joining us live in studio to tell us more about the movie. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you for having us.
You both look phenomenal this morning.
Thank you so much. So do you.
Thank you. I'm excited to hear more about this. I understand it's based on a true story, so tell me more about the story and both of your characters.
Well, Kyle Hausmann-Stokes is our director, and this is an autobiographical dramedy. He wrote it alongside A.J. Bermudez, and it's really about, you know, what happens after military service, how you acclimate to regular life again. And it's about friendship and sacrifice, and we deal with mental health issues as well. And yeah, it's a really powerful story.
Taking on some serious topics. Tell me about your character.
Well, very unserious most of the time. My character.
That's good. You need a little relief.
Yes,
you do. You have to have it.
Yes, as Sonequa said, it's definitely a dramedy, but there's a lot of comedy in it. And yeah, I play Zoe, who, as you know by the title, is dead.
Right.
Yes.
And she's sort of is hanging around Sonequa's character, Merritt, all the time. It's her battle buddy. But really, I mean, even though this film is about people who happen to be veterans, it's really definitely about friendship and about loss and about how you deal with grief and how important it is to talk about it.
Absolutely. Anyone who's gone through grief will be able to relate to that.
Absolutely, yes.
Why is this an important story to tell?
Well, one of the things that Kyle wanted to do, you know, he was a staff sergeant, Bronze Star. He's been saving lives for a long time, and he wanted to tell this story to save lives. And I play him, essentially. I'm bringing his life to the light, and you know, Natalie is playing, or really, her character is an amalgamation of two of his battle buddies that he lost. And so it's important for people to see it, because confrontation is necessary for healing, and that's one of the prevailing themes: is talk about it. What you're going through, talk about it, whether you're a veteran or not, like Natalie was saying. If you're carrying around that kind of pain, the first step to healing is talking about it.
Absolutely. Does it make it harder for you to do the story when it is a real story and you're trying to tell someone's real life? You guys have both played some phenomenal roles, but does it carry more weight when it is someone's real life that you're trying to sell to an audience?
Definitely. It's harder and easier in a sense, because we could just be like, what did you do in this?
That's true.
How did you do this, Kyle?
And how do you feel about how I'm portraying?
Yes. You also don't want to disappoint him, and you don't want to do it wrong. And certainly for me, I was representing, like Sonequa said, an amalgamation of his two best friends who died. And so I certainly didn't want to get that wrong or misrepresent them or do them wrong, you know? So it was. But Kyle was very collaborative and really wonderful to work with, and so supportive of us also making this our own thing. And I think it might have been a little bit helpful to separate it slightly from his own life, but I think it was invaluable to have him there as well.
That's great. Any favorite moments from behind the scene filming? It sounds like you bring in the comedy. You're playing the dead friend, so there's probably a lot of scenes that are fun to film.
Yes, I have a favorite one that I keep thinking about. Which is one time we were filming in this cabin, middle of nowhere. And a bat flew in the middle of the night. There was a lot of bats.
Okay, well, yeah, that's memorable.
Yes, and we didn't know what to do because we were about to film, and this bat was just flying around, and someone said, you know what, kill the lights here, because it's all these movie lights. Let the bat see the moonlight. I don't know if bats are attracted to moonlight.
I have no idea.
But I think that's moths.
It sounds like a great idea.
Someone had that idea, so we opened the doors, turned off all the lights, and it's like 15 of us in this cabin.
Yes.
And the lights are dark, and this bat just goes, whoosh, and flies by me. And I let out a blood-curdling scream. And there happened to be an organ in this house that had been there all week, and one of our camera operators at that exact moment in the dark just went,
like, It was perfect.
So y'all were
It was
making a
perfect.
movie behind the scenes. You know
Yes,
what?
And it was the
1000%.
funniest thing I've ever experienced.
That
on a
is
set.
super funny.
No,
Yes.
that is a good one.
And
Yes.
we had a lot of huddles, you know, we
Yeah.
executive produced this as well. And so we
Nice.
were, like she said, Kyle was super collaborative. So there were a lot of conversations of just like, okay, what are we going to do about this? Oh, okay, we'll do that. Go team. You
Yes.
know, so it was also
Yeah.
filled with that too. So
That's
very
beautiful.
much a balance of drama, harsh stuff, and comedy and
Yeah,
heart.
a lot of heart from all of us
Yeah.
in this movie. So we hope
Yeah.
people will enjoy it and go watch it.
I can see
That's
that.
right.
A really important message and meaning, and I'm sure you did
Yeah.
their characters justice.
Thank
Sonequa
you.
and Natalie, thank you so much for
Thank
being with us
you.
today.
Aw, thank you,
My
baby.
Dead Friend Zoe is in theaters this Friday, guys, so go check it out.